I'm Miranda Esmonde-White. Thank you for joining me for a connective tissue workout. Now, connective tissue is really interesting to work with because it's firm, like in ligaments and tendons, so we have to do specific, very detailed exercises for fingers and feet and alignment. So that's for your ligaments and tendons. For your fascia, we have to work differently. Your fascia is same very stiff fabric, but comes in layers, cellophane layers that are, there's that fluid between them. So we need to get those layers to slip and slide. So there's that, and then between the layers, there's the fluids. So just the different nature of connective tissue makes a workout interesting. So I'll guide you through when you're working which part of your connective tissue. So we're gonna just start warming up the body, getting the blood flowing. So make sure you go from straight to bent elbows and really exaggerate full strengthening, full bending of the elbows. So don't just sort of halfway do it. In, and now bend those knees and stand on the soles of your feet. Don't stand on the one side or the other. So stand flat on the soles of your feet. Okay, now we're gonna go in, pulling the arms in from the front. Pull, pull, pull. So you're gonna really, again, exaggerate that straightening and bending. This is all getting the blood circulating, warming up the body, arms up, pull, and starting to loosen up your connective tissue. So as we use the muscles are surrounded by sheets of that cellophane fascia. So as we pump the muscles, doing all these, now you're gonna go down, in, down, up. Knees bent, knees bent, knees bent, knees bent. So we're getting all the different planes behind you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're gonna do it with bent elbows. Bend, straight, bend, straight, bend. Really important for fascia that you do the full bending and straightening of the muscle, because that's going to implicate how the fascia is worked, which is on top. Okay, good. Now just cross over and twist. So feel the twisting of the sheets of fascia that are on the exterior of your torso, and really let yourself twist all the way. Breathing with the movements, bending those knees. Fascia can get very, very tight. When the muscles aren't moved, the fascia starts to gum up, to glue up. So the cellophane sheets block. So we have to use the knees to loosen up this trouser fascia that goes from your knees right to your waist. So now we're going to be working fascia connective tissue. So tuck your tailbone under, and you're going to start to feel a stiffness in your back. So bend your knees. You feel a stiffness across the knees. That stiffness is probably your connective tissue. Take the lumbar region of your spine and round it. Take your ribs, push them back. Walk down, touch your knees and drop the head. So you're going to just sway side to side, but go with me. Slowly one side. This way, as you're swaying, the sheets of fascia have a chance for the hydration, for the lubrication to go between them, to regain that slipperiness in your back. So don't forget, your fascia is a messaging system through the liquids. Okay, keep bending, bigger, bigger, bigger knees, elbow up, stretch. You're gonna feel the sheets through the ribs, bigger, bend, feel the sheets before you start the arm. So you're gonna place yourself, make sure you feel the stretch before you begin to move. And a final big one so that you really work into your fascia. Up, reach. Now, feet a little bit in, tuck your tailbone under. This is for the front and back of your spine. Rotate those arms forward, lift your shoulders, Bend your knees and pull those elbows behind you. Don't bend your body back. Okay, lift your elbows. Tuck your tailbone under. Lift the elbows and the shoulders forward. So really feel that working through your shoulder blades. Down, bend your knees. So we go from bent legs, tuck your tailbone under, shoulders up, round, lift up, bend those knees, and feet out. Gonna lift one arm up, open, stretch, other arm, up, open, breathe out, stretch, up, pull those arms out, lift the top arm, relax the shoulder, reach, pull the arm down, bend your knees. Now you're gonna start to roll right down, put the back arm right on your back and put your head on your knee. Stretch your arms out, lift right up so you're completely straight. Pull, lift out, right out. Lift your arms right up and let that shoulder relax. Don't keep your shoulders down. Let it relax. Bend your knees. Twist, take your back arm and put it around your back. Wrap your arm right around your leg and drop the head and just move in that position. Stretch out, lift, higher, open, get that chest open, pull up. We're working major sheets of connective tissue in these ones. Right from the feet, right from your ankles, knees, open your arms right through your torso, through your waist. And when you do these exercises and you strengthen the fascia, it will give you a better shape because the fascia is what gives you shape. Stretch out that arm, round your back, tailbone under. Reach around, pull that arm behind you. Pull right back, feel the chest, and bend over. Stay here, breathe out, round your back, stretch right out, right out. Pull it behind you, you've got to feel it right through the chest. Other side. Stand, bend, stretch that arm around, right around, over your head. Drop down, drop, 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 drop. Bend, reach right around. Feel the chest opening wide. Up you go and drop down. So that was working the connective tissue, particularly full body sheets and chains of connective tissue. So that will give you more of a shape and more of a bounce to your movements. So now we're going to start with feet. So put one foot in front and we're going to start. This is for your ligaments and tendons. So these are the stabilizers. The ligaments are the stabilizers of your joints. So you want to make sure that you don't have any twisting in your ankle. So you use a mirror for this. And this is to rebuild the crimp in your ligaments. If the crimp has become a little bit out of shape, it's lost its formation, it's deformed, then you're going to have unstable ankles. You're going to have no push, no bounce in your step. So these exercises are very particular, very specific to give you a bounce in your step. So that's where we're going very slowly. Pop your foot down. Pop your foot down. So you make the action go fast. And it's amazing how this works. So after, it's slow. If your ligaments have become deformed, the crimp in them has just lost its beautiful form that gives you strength. It takes a bit of time to rebuild it. Muscles can change literally in 1 or 2 days. They can get stronger. Crimp, that takes longer. So you want to be patient, but one day you're going to notice that you've run up the steps that you used to go slowly and you're starting to run. You run to the door without even noticing you're going to notice that you've got more bounce in your step. So it's a slow but very, very rewarding thing to do to get this crimp rebuilt. And it's through these deliberate exercises. So now pull up, sink down, and see the difference between sinking and then pulling out of your hips. So pull right up, stretching your torso. Bend your knees and keep pulling up. Now again, because it's a connective tissue workout, we're working on deliberate alignment movements. So feet flat on the ground. We're going to go bad alignment, rolling your feet in. And you see what happens to your knees. Good alignment, which is your soles of your feet on the ground. Okay, so we're going to do that 4 times. Just to do poor alignment, your knees will sink in. There's no way you can have good alignment in your knees. Feet flat on the ground. That's what I call correct alignment of the feet. And look at how wonderful your knees are. So we're going to go bad again. And correct. Okay, and one more. Poor alignment of the feet. And then correct alignment of the soles of your feet, and see how wonderful your knees feel. So we're going to shift side to side. So keeping the soles of your feet flat, focus on how the alignment of your ankles is working by keeping the soles of the feet on the ground. So you can get a little wider and just shift side to side. Okay, keep going. Shift, take your bum and pull your bum back. But watch that you've got good alignment on this foot, on both feet. Shift your weight. So we're getting alignment of your ankles. That's for your stabilizers. Pull the bum back, and we're stretching in the long adductor here, which has got massive amounts of connective tissue. So we're doing more than just one body part. Shift your weight over, pull your bum back, flex your foot. Feel that? I'm sure you do. And shift your weight back. Last time, over you go. Lift your foot up, pull right back. Okay, good. Now we're going to do another. You're going to learn how to twist your foot, finish with good alignment. So always stand flat on your foot and move. Just automatically return to good alignment. Dig your back heel into the ground. Good alignment of the foot. Place that foot on the ground. Change your feet. Good alignment of your foot. Get that foot flat on the ground. Foot on the ground. So these are specific ligament and tendon, because as we bend the back heel, putting it into the ground, you're getting your tendon, your Achilles tendon. Other foot, knee up, heel up, tuck under, bend. So you keep working on the alignment. Don't have those ankles wobbly. And all this clean alignment is going to strengthen and reform your disintegrated crimp. Okay, so arms out. Inhale. Open those arms as wide as you can. Round, embrace yourself. Take your elbows and drop those arms down. Now making sure you're tucking your tailbone under. So you're going to rock side to side. Now actually be aware of feeling that connective tissue. So stretch out your back, move around so you can feel different parts, and you'll be aware that, oh yeah, that's not really muscle because it's more than just one spot. It's right through your back. So just move around, rounding your back, bending those knees. Get down, bend the knees, because these are full loaded worth of connective tissue in your knees. So just slowly come up, still feeling that connective tissue. But as you roll up one vertebra at a time, you're going to change where you feel the stretch. You should be feeling it somewhere in your ribs, around your shoulder blades, right up, reach up. And you're going to reach out and up. Other arm, same thing. Reach out and up. Okay, reach out and up. Okay, good. Now we're going to work the ribs, full of connective tissue here. So bend over, cut the air, and look underneath. Lift that elbow right up so you're going to feel the other ribs. Wipe the air. round your back. So you're going from a straight spine to a rounded spine with the tailbone tucked right under. Cut the air, but you're not bending forward. You're not letting your weight bend forward. What you're really doing is tucking the tailbone under, and then the shoulders round too. Other side. Cut the air. So you feel the ribs. Roll the back, bend the knees, look underneath your elbow. Start to feel those ribs. You're going to feel it right through into your hips. That's connective tissue. We never knew, you used to think that was connective tissue. But when you feel the same pull in a large swatch of your body, that's connective tissue. Because it comes in these big sheets and teeny little sheets. Do it again. Cut, feel those ribs. So we're getting ribs at the side, and then we lift the elbow and we get the ribs at the back as they're attaching into the spine. Okay, good. Just bring those arms in. Get them up. Okay, you're gonna open your elbows and then pull your elbows in. So we're working the connections between your shoulder blades. Tons of connective tissue between your shoulder blades to loosen it up. Drop your head and up. So connective tissue is different from a muscular workout, but you're going to feel extremely energized after it, because that fluid between, once your fascia starts slipping and sliding, then you can move easily. Okay, so next, breathe in, put one foot slightly in front of the other. You're going to work now, this is the spine. So your spine, 27 little vertebrae, each of them has these stabilizer ligaments. So they move just a fraction. So we want to really round your back, drop your fingers down, drop your head, and straighten your spine. You're going to notice I tuck my tailbone under, working the spine and pushing the spine back. I'm not doing this. This is wrong. I'm not bending forward and back. I'm going tailbone under, okay? So here we go. Elbows in, tailbone under. Open your chest. Tailbone under. So this is working the tiny ligaments of your spine, as well as major ligaments of the entire shoulder region. Open out, tuck your tailbone under, and rock back. Let's change to the other side. Tuck under. You're going to rock your weight on the back leg, keeping the heel on the ground, and that will stretch your Achilles tendon. And that is a big, the tendon is connective tissue, big, strong, like a rope. And you need to realign the ankles to strengthen that tendon. In you go. Tuck under, really work as hard as you can to dig in to your shoulders. Tuck under that tailbone and tuck it under more, and open it out more, and tuck it under more. Get the shoulders up. Okay, good. Other side. Elbows close together. In. You're gonna pull them down and pull back. Tuck under. Really dig into that back. Dig into your spine. Now stretch it in the opposite direction. Okay, so we're stretching the back of your spine and the front. We're in good, clean alignment. Tuck it under and stretch back. In the other side, tuck under, round you go. So these are very slow, deliberate exercises, all smooth and moving smoothly, specific to connective tissue. Faster exercises are for explosive movements for your muscles, which are important also. We need to do everything, but we definitely need connective tissue exercises, okay? We didn't even know connective tissue existed until about 10 or 15 years ago. So how could we possibly do connective tissue workouts? So stretch up, and you're going to be stretching all these tendons and ligaments in your arms. Bend and use your spine and bend. It's a whole new way to keep us young, is by working this wonderful, majestic connective tissue. Arms out, shoulders up, shoulders down. Flex those wrists. Now just work your fingers. Try to straighten your fingers. So bend, and this is what we're working are basically ligaments and tendons in the fingers, and they tend to shrink as we don't use them, if you don't straighten them, if you don't force them. Same thing with underneath your arms. So you might have trouble straightening your arms. That is not muscular, that's to do with your connective tissue. So slowly, 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 keep straightening those arms. Straighten them out, bend your fingers, and then straighten up those fingers. And it could take you a couple of weeks, and maybe a couple of months, depending on whether your connective tissue has atrophied, which it might have, but it might have just gotten really gummed up and you need to move everything. So the more you move, and the trick to moving connective tissue is to move it gently. So we can't move fast, because imagine that you're trying to loosen up glued together fascia, glued together cellophane, saran wrap or something. If you move too fast, you'll rip it. If you move slowly, it'll loosen. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so you're gonna go bend, open, lift, and lift. Bend down, pump, and up. So the movements, the bending, straightening, and then the pumping, but gently, is what's helping to hydrate and to ungum up that glue, those glued up sheets of connective tissue. In, out. So we can do these exercises faster, but they're not for connective tissue when you go faster. They'd be for muscles. And push, push, in, out. Now to the ceiling. In, press down, pressing, just pumping gently with deliberate force, deliberate muscular strength. Bend your knee, in, out, press, and do 2 circles. Circle around and circle around. We're gonna go to the other side. In, out, 2 pumps, circles. Circle right around, and again, right around. Okay, good. Back, little star. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4, and again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, one part of our connective tissue system is fluid. It's all the lubricants that are everywhere. It's the liquid. And that liquid can congeal. So if we sit too much, or if we don't move other than just sort of walking, we tend to get the hip socket, like inside our teeth, the connective tissue that was fluid and moving around our bodies, the minerals in it harden. So like plaque in your teeth gets into those hips. So we want to do exercises to actually work the ball and socket. So just twist that hip, ball and socket. Okay, now really push into it. Turn it out, twisting from the top of your leg, not from your foot. Deliberately thinking of that ball and socket. So this is a very specific ungluing exercise for the ball and socket of your hip. This is just a connective tissue exercise. But once you've unglued that hip, you can move. You're gonna find that you just can run instead of being stiff. Okay, now push into the hips. You're gonna place push. So you add a little bit. Push. Okay, good. Now we're gonna do a little kick with this thing. So you're gonna just kick your leg, land, and push into that hip. Push into the other hip. So you're working the ball and socket of both joints. A little circle around, a little fan kick. Kick, land. Make sure that you're not landing with a kerplunk. Control your landing. So you got to lift up. Just tell yourself to lift before you land so that you don't drop your weight into the knee. Exercise should make you fit. It shouldn't injure you. So you got to do it safely. Take care of your body as you're exercising it. Don't beat it up. Okay, we're gonna go to the other leg. Okay, so you're gonna do a little fan kick, stay up, shoot that hip and really dig into the hip. And you're getting that long adductor at the same time. But this is really ball and socket of the hip joint. Up. So when you start moving more rapidly, just walking more easily, getting out of a chair more easily, you're going to realize that all these connective tissue exercises are really working. It's amazing. So you have to do them every day, but they're not very long and they feel good. I do them every day, just like 20 minutes, half an hour, that's all. Twist, whoa, that's not correct. Okay, here we go. Over you go. Twist, okay, good, good, good. Just go forward and back and forward and back and do the same thing with the other leg. Just thinking about that ball and socket as you swing your leg forward and back. Okay, down. Good, okay. Next. So pull up. Never let yourself just sort of start a position and be hanging. Just always focus on lifting out of your body. And you're gonna find that just that one thought will make your body stronger because you have to use your muscles to lift you up. But you're gonna like it, it feels good. Okay, so now we're gonna go. Imagine you're lifting a feather and look at it and let it float away. So you're gonna go down, lift a feather, and watch it float away. Now, the reason I say a feather is it'll make you relax. So you want to relax so that your connective tissue and your muscles don't get goo like this. You could just let them flow. One more time. Down, pick up that feather, breathe in with it, and just let it float away. Okay, other side. Down you go. Look at the feather and let it float away. Okay, and let your legs just sink into the movements. Bend those knees. Move your body as much as you can with ease, with gentleness. Just let those legs bend and just let the feather float off. Grab it, gently lift it up, breathing with it, let it float away. And that way, just keep moving. Keep moving as though you were a feather. And the smoother you move, the more you're pulling out of your body, the more you actually will feel like a feather. Okay, so you're gonna just pull that arm across, behind your head, and then imagine a little bird lands on your finger. You're gonna sweep your hand across and sweep your hand, keep the birdie on your finger and let it fly away. Cut the air, over you go. Now imagine a little bird lands on your hand, so you have to move smoothly and smoothly. Okay, do it again. Cut the air, a little bird is gonna land on your finger, so as you watch it, you're moving carefully. And that slowness of not wanting to let the bird fly off your hand will work the connective tissue. Cut the air. Okay, so the gentleness, the slowness, tucking your tailbone under. So use the imagery of the bird, a gentle bird that you want to stay there, so you're not going to scare it away by jerking movements. Okay, good. Lift your arms up. Reaching up now. Just pull towards the ceiling. Try to touch the ceiling. Just try to wipe the ceiling with your fingertips. So you're going to bend the knees and then gently reach up. Feel this stretch, this strip, this long chain of connective tissue. Pull over, twist, down, come up. Breathe in. There's a huge chain behind your back of connective tissue. Just twist and lift the other arm. Breathe in. pull up. You're gonna feel that long strip of connective tissue down your side. And then we're gonna get into a chain that goes right down your back and your legs and up, and the chain that goes down your front, just to strengthen them. So I hope you had a good workout and you're gonna feel great the rest of today. Yay. See you soon.